You're still grieving because I heard the language. You kept referring to your daughter as her mother.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I haven't seen this episode in forever, and everything I'm about to say to this woman is popping in my head. That's a mess. I mean, I guess it's good because it means I have the same feelings and thoughts.
When did things start to change? When did you and your granddaughter start to butt heads?
Could you imagine having to call the police on your granddaughter?
She was in the 10th grade.
Ooh. Period. Anybody in your family.
When she was in the 10th grade, she started dating.
Yeah.
She gonna tell me she's dating. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm dating. That's the day she started becoming grown. Thinking she can say what she want to say to me, do what she want to do, and
I don't know why I'm triggered. Anytime somebody, an older black person say, oh, you think you're grown, I get triggered. Because that's all I heard my time. Oh, you think you're grown?
that's totally disrespectful.
The reason I'm triggered is because I feel like there should be more like mutual respect. I do believe that you respect your elders, but I also believe that there's respect that has to come. And so when a child's acting grown, it's because they're saying, I want to grow and I want to try new things. And that's what it is to be a child, to be curious. And so when parents are like, oh, you think you're grown? It's like, yeah, that's what I'm here to do, is to grow. I'm not recommending disrespect, but, you know.
So what happened in October when the police was called?
I went to pick her up from school, and we had this conversation. It was me and her brother in the car, and Zaniah said something to the fact about her boyfriend.
That's a pretty name, Zaniah.
We wasn't even supposed to be on that conversation. She was going off, and I slapped at her. Beat her up.
She very confident with that. I slapped her, I beat her up, okay? My old former life that worked in social services would have been like, red flag, neglect, abuse. But on this show, I just have to calmly listen and hear what you got to say.
Why did you tell Zaniah?
And you wonder why your child acting disrespectful and acting grown, and after you say I had to pop her in the mouth.
Disrespect, but that's violent.
She got a mouth that you kill her. Her mouth is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't have to stand for that.
Why did you tell Zaniah you would shoot her in the foot and keep her in the house? Because I can be real and I understand the disrespect, but that's violent language.
She'll take you there.
Okay.
She would take you there. I'm up here with Zaniah.
Yeah.
And I did say, I'll shoot her ass in the toe.
Yeah.
I will. I'm tired. I ain't gonna kill her. I love her. I ain't gonna hurt her. But she need to listen.
So I gotta tell you, I grew up with that dysfunction. My daddy used to say to me, I'm not even joking with y'all, I swear to God. He used to tell me all the time, like, if I family thing, because I swear to God, I had a family, I'm not gonna say, I almost said who it was. He used to say to me, if you get out loud, I'm gonna shoot you in the foot so that every. Why was I almost about to tell the same story right now and I forgot this episode? So my daddy used to tell me that. I didn't say on the show who it was, but my daddy used to tell me. He used to tell me, if you mess around and do something wrong, I'm gonna shoot you in the foot so that every time you take a step, you're gonna remember not to disrespect me. And I was like, so you want to shoot me? Like, what kind of like, it's so wild, like the things, I would never say that to my child now. Would never, never.
So you talked to me about her mother who died in a car accident in 2012. I want to know, what was your relationship like with her?
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do nothing for her because she was running the street. I had to take care of her damn children.
Is that why you're so protective of Zaniah?
I'm protective of each and every last one of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, her mother, I was trying to be protective over her, but she was being hard-headed and went out there and passed away because I told her not to do something, not to go somewhere, even my husband.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I got to tell you, I know that there's been some time since still 2012, but I know you're still grieving because I heard the language. You kept referring to your daughter as her mother.
Yeah.
Which there's a mental.
It's so funny, I haven't seen this episode in forever, and everything I'm about to say to this woman is popping in my head. That's a mess. I mean, I guess it's good because it means I have the same feelings and thoughts.
I haven't had time to take care of myself, and I'm tired.
I haven't had time to take care of myself. I'm tired now. Ooh. Ooh.
And it's, yeah.
I do get it. Well, listen, I'm talking to Cherie, who is afraid of losing her granddaughter.
Somebody take a photo of this suit, because this suit is cute. I need to wear this again.
Everyone, please welcome young Zaniah to the show.
Zaniah's pretty.
Zaniah, can I have a hug? Thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. You smell lovely.
Thank you.
So I got to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest, because I can already tell you're a smart girl. Do you think you're disrespectful to your grandmother?
I don't think I'm disrespectful to her. I mean, I asked her, like, what's her definition of disrespect or how I'm being disrespectful to her, but she can't tell me why.
So I'm going to ask you from your own, because, again, I want to go from you. What do you think the definition of disrespect is?
You know, calling you out your name type and just, like, extreme ruthless behavior.
Calling out your name and extreme rudeness.
I know what she's talking about because I calls her a bitch.
Listen, so if you have anybody in your life who speaks to you violently and says they'll do things to you violently, even if they think they're saying it out of love, it is never out of love. And so I would just encourage you, if you have someone in your life who speaks to you like that, is not to react. It's to walk away from them and to make sure they're clear that speaking to me violently is not going to ever encourage me to want to speak to you lovingly. And I think using violent and love in the language of how you speak to them gives them a clearer picture. And be as calm as possible, because if you're aggressive, then it like, look, see, this is why I gotta do this. This is why I gotta. So you can be as calm as possible, which I know can be hard when someone's basically threatening your life. And if you're the person who does that type of violent language, understand that if you really want to help this person, if you really want to be with this person, it's never going to encourage healthy growth between you two or healthy communication.
Why should I have to listen to you?
Because
you have
I
to
have
listen
feelings
to
too.
me. I know you have feelings, but I'm the adult, and I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong, honey.
You
cannot
expect me to sit there, listen to you talk, and that's it. That's done.
No, I'll give you your chance to talk.
And when I talk, you overtalk me and change it to how you feel.
Okay?
Do you feel
All
like
right.
that ever happens?
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
I give her a chance to talk. She don't never give me a damn chance to talk. That's why I slept out of her when we was in the damn car.
Okay.
Because she kept running her mouth.
In the car, I told you, you kept referring to me as my mom and my dad. I told you stop doing that because I'm not them. I wasn't here when they was around. I'm not them.
No,
You
you're
can't
not.
refer to me as them.
And I tell you all the time, be better than your mama and daddy. Don't be like them. So that's a lie.
So your grandmother is overprotective, from her own words.
She knows that.
How does that affect you?
Okay, so I'm 17.
She's 17. You talking to that baby like that? Stop it.
And it's like, even with a tracker on, without a tracker on, she want me to tell her step by step what I'm doing.
It's only for
what I'm
your
doing.
safety. No,
Even
no.
when I'm out
you
with
got
my
it wrong.
friends.
You got it wrong.
So you can hear that the grandmother is calling her own child her granddaughter's mother and not saying my daughter. That's the grief manifesting in a way that she has not processed. It's clear. Like when you can hear people and the things they say, you understand that language really expresses and shows where someone is emotionally or mentally around something that happened to them. And then now that she hasn't processed fully her own grief, now she's supposed to raise this granddaughter that she's trying to be protective, but she's also confused. She's also still hurting and grieving. There's a lot that's going on here. I think the biggest takeaway is just watch the language, because you can tell a lot about what people are feeling or where they're at mentally with the things they say. When you say, oh, your child, when people say that, oh, that's your child, there's a disconnect in that. And even if they're trying to be playful. And so that means something is going on. So just watch the language.
Are you a good student?
Yes, I had made principal lists.
I reason I asked that is because I asked my producers to ask you for your report card. You are getting a 3.1. That's great. Your grades are phenomenal.
Zaniah had a 3.1. You better work, girl. She's smart.
Would you be able to at least apologize for this language that you're using to her and understand that a young girl, just like you, who lost your daughter, she lost her mother, and hearing the one woman figure I have in my life tell me, I'm done, I don't want no more girls. These things, and I understand the context,
Right.
it could be hurting her and could cause more damage in the long run. Could you at least apologize to her for that?
I will apologize, and I have apologized to Zaniah. Zaniah boyfriend, mother.
Yes.
Now, I got a damn problem with that.
Okay. Okay.
Because you, being my granddaughter, accepted this woman as your mama, grandmama, what the ever. I had a problem with that.
Got it.
So if she through with me, I'm through with her.
Got it.
I have apologized to her about that plenty of times.
Yes. I got it.
I don't have to deal with that.
Here. Thank you for sharing
And I
that.
raised her.
That makes more sense. This makes more sense. Thank you for sharing that, because what's
I
going
raised
on,
her.
there was the issues with your own daughter and her not being able to listen to you. There's a rejection that you experience.
Yeah, right. She rejects me all the time.
And so it's being mimicked, but vice versa.
All the time.
You're feeling that same rejection. When she
And
says it.
I don't talk to his mama like that. She
I know.
seemed like I'm just turning her way and going to her. I
know.
talk to her more
But
than anything.
one of the big lessons that you're going to learn as a young woman is the same way that I'm here to validate your feelings, her feelings are valid too. But I think there's a big thing here that we have to remember, two big things. First of all, for you, you said that apology. Would you be able to do it again for me right here so that, that way I
Of course.
can you tell your daughter?
Of course. I love
Let me
you.
grab
I love you, and I really apologize. I apologize and love you. And we need to work on us.
Yes.
Just me and you.
As much as, I do believe the adults in our lives have to take responsibility for the language they use, the things that they say, and the fact that sometimes they don't want to acknowledge our own growth and don't remember what it was like for them as kids, I also do believe that it's important that young people understand they have responsibility in relationships as well. Just because you weren't asked to be brought in this world doesn't mean that you don't have a responsibility of how you act in this world. This young person needs to understand, you understand what you're doing as well. Because I was young, I knew that if I snuck out here, if I said this back, it was going to get a reaction. And yes, I wanted a reaction because I wanted to get validation, I wanted to be seen, I wanted to seem grown, I wanted to seem rebellious, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, everyone in a relationship has to show up and make sure they are accountable for how they show up in this relationship. They're going to be all right, though.